Alright guys, here back with another video. Today we'll be playing Madden 20 and I'll be playing franchise mode as the Chicago Bears. I'll be going alphabetical order in these franchise modes for Madden 20. And yeah, today we'll be rebuilding the
Start your season with
more like
recommended
retooling
settings.
the
If you
Chicago
wish to
Bears.
change
I think
roles
they're
or
really
adjust
close.
options,
Their roster's
use the
pretty
tiles
good,
on the left.
but they just need a few changes, and I think we'll be able to win a couple of championships with this team, because this team is really good. They just, like, in real life, they're not that good, as we all know. Their defense is stacked, their offense is absolute trash with Mitchell Trubisky. Hopefully we can find a way to make this team a championship contender. For my GM, let's name him Donald Trump. Why not? Seems like a guy to own the Bears. So Donald Trump is gonna be the GM of the Chicago Bears. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, so we got Donald Trump as the general manager of the Chicago Bears, and hopefully it's gonna turn out right. Alright, so the franchise is loaded, and we're gonna take a look at the lineups first of the Chicago Bears. So on offense, let's find a scheme that's gonna match our offense. 84%. 4 verticals on run. 100%, 46 defense, why not? So on offense, we got pretty decent O-line, honestly, with Len Jr., Daniels with there. Also have Long and Massey. And tight end position, we might want to upgrade from Trey Burton, but
this is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses.
They cut him though in real life, so we'll see. On wide receivers, we got Taylor Gabriel and
this is the development
Allen
trait.
Robinson.
This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what ability.
I think Allen Robinson's pretty good. Anthony Miller is decent, I know. Patterson as our fourth. Running back, we have Cohen and Montgomery. I think that's pretty good. We need a third string running back though. We'll probably sign or trade for someone. That's pretty good. Fallback position's pretty solid. And quarterback, of course, we have Trubisky and Daniel. They also added Foles in real life. We're gonna try to make it work with Trubisky. Hopefully it can work out for us, because this team's really against the cap so far. On defense, we have Clinton Dix and Prince Kumara. We have Kyle Fuller. Yeah, it's Kyle Fuller. Kendall Fuller's on the Chiefs. Well, now he's on the Redskins. We have Eddie Jackson, and yeah, I think the corners are pretty good, all in all. Linebackers couldn't be better, honestly, with Trevathan Smith and Floyd in back. And then you also got the D-line is also pretty solid. I might actually want to move to a 3-4 defense. The 3-4 under, because then we can use Danny Trevathan. He's pretty good. He's gonna regress though, and I think we're gonna have to let him walk in free agency, because I'm pretty sure his contract expires. This is his contract expiring right here. But it's not looking too bad. I'm gonna sign a third string running back, of course. Kind of need that. I'm not gonna sign any of these big name free agents because there's no point. Most of the guys, Andrew Luck's retired, Antonio Brown likely isn't gonna play another NFL game. So I'm just gonna, and Williams, yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a holdout year. Not wrong. We're gonna sign some young guy like this Mark Walton Jr. kid. I think he should be pretty good for us. As a third string running back, that's all we were looking for. Do we have any other necessities that we need on this team? Yeah, other than that, I think we're set. We'll sim to the first week and I'll make some trades. Probably. So I'll sim to the next week. Alright, I'll sim to the regular season and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so we're back here at week 1 of the regular season. We're just gonna upgrade these players. Should just make it self-progress. Probably go into settings and fix that. Yeah, so these are the lines basically. We're gonna be a pretty good season out of this. Trubisky went up 2 overall. Robinson went up. Yeah, pretty good team all in all. I think we're gonna do pretty well. But I'm gonna make some trades. Probably fix the depth on this team. Definitely. We should definitely fix probably our corner depth and our safety depth, as we have some pretty bad second string safeties. And our fourth corner isn't that good either, so we need to get that position upgraded. Other than that, I think we're set. Maybe we can do some stuff on the O-line. Alright, so I'm gonna go and see what kind of trades I can make, and I'll update you on that. Alright, so we just made the trade for Michael Schofield. I think he's gonna be a pretty good right guard backup. That's why I made this trade. But yeah, it's just for a 6th round pick, so I think it's gonna be a worth trade. And it'll fix our depth on that whole line. Alright guys, so we just made another trade. We're sending a 2nd round pick, which I don't really like to do, is give up picks, especially that we don't have our 1st rounder because of that Khalil Mack trade earlier that the Bears made themselves. But we're sending our 2nd round pick. We're sending our 2nd round pick and a 4th round pick for Shaq Lawson. I think he's a pretty good defensive lineman. He can be a good edge rusher for us. And yeah, hopefully it's going to improve our team even more. Alright, made another trade for decent Whitehead. We're trading for him and we're giving away Bush. And I think that should upgrade our backup safety position. Pretty small trade. We're also gonna sign Taiwan Taylor to a 1-year deal. He'll be a solid 4th to 5th receiver for us. So of course he's gonna be a backup, not even a starter, so it shouldn't make that much of a difference. But just in case if anyone goes down in injury, he can step up and play for us. So hopefully this will be a good move for our team. Also gonna need to cut 3 players. I think I'm just gonna cut these guys. They're in front for now. Not much use. Most of these guys are kind of old, so I think this should be much of a difference. So yeah. So this is how the roster is going to be looking. So we got Robinson, Miller, Gabriel, and Patterson. And then you got Taylor and Wims as our last strings. They got Cohen and Montgomery in the running back position, as well as Walton Jr. Got Trubisky at quarterback. Hopefully that'll work out for us. Got Trey Burton. Got Ty Long, Whithair, Daniels, Leno Jr., and Massey. On the defensive side of things, we got Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller, Leonard Floyd, Danny Trevathan, Smith, Khalil Mack, Clinton Dix, Shaq Lawson. We even have Nichols. We have Goldman and we have Hicks. That's a pretty good D-line right there. And we have Prince of Amukamara. Can't really pronounce that. And then we also have Sprite. So I think this roster should be pretty good, and I'll simulate to the mid-season, then I'll see you guys there. So heading into week 9, we are currently sitting at 4-3 record. We're kind of mediocre, decent. Team's been doing average so far. I forgot to upload the draft class. I'll upload it right now.
Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this info. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is you just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this.
So yeah, I think this is a pretty good draft class. That's why I'm using it. Credits to him that he made this draft class. It's a pretty good draft class. Always use it. So most of the players already know their potentials because I've played franchise before. I know that CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Andrew Wills are all good. CJ Henderson isn't that good though. T. Higgins is also not good. Brandon Ayuk, either Jonathan Taylor. Alright, I'm gonna scout these guys and I'll see you just in a second. Alright, so I scouted those players and now we're gonna look to re-sign some guys
These players
here.
are on the last year of their contract.
Clinton Dix is someone that I'm probably gonna be looking to resign. We can't really afford them. To be honest, we can't really afford any of these guys. Might need to let everyone walk here. We'll see what we can do about it. I think we're gonna need after the season's done, we're gonna need to buy out Amukamara because his contract's pretty bad. But yeah, we're gonna hop into this game. Defense has been looking pretty good so far though, with 87 overall defense, 84 offense is okay. 1 second. Let me change the difficulty. Got all these things right now. Haven't played Madden for a long time, so all pro, cell simulation, auto progress players. So I want that one. Okay. What's the length of yeah, check the length of the quarters. 6 minutes, I think that's good. Alright, so we're gonna hop into this game and I'll see you when it loads. Alright, so we finished 7-9. Probably just outside of the playoffs. This team just needs a couple of moves, but cap isn't looking too good for us. Hopefully we can fix that. I'm gonna sit to the Super Bowl week and I'll see you guys there. We finished behind the lines in the Packers. Packers won our division. Just need a couple of players probably. We'll do some adjustments and Awesome to the Super Bowl week, and I'll see you guys there then. Alright, so we've sim to the Super Bowl week, and some upgrade traits that we've had is Anthony Miller got upgraded to a star potential. He is 25, so I think that should be pretty good for us. And Mitchell Trubisky as well got upgraded to a star potential. It's also 26, should be pretty good. On defense, did we get anything? Not really. Yeah, we didn't get anything on defense. It's not that bad though. I think that's gonna be pretty good. Some pretty good upgrade potentials. So I'm gonna simulate this Super Bowl. 49ers against Ravens. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the next Super Bowl. Two heavy favorites.
This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents.
Yeah, we know. All right. So, what are we gonna do about this Clinton Dix situation? Kamara. There he is. Oh no, we don't want. Oh, Kamara. Okay. Free $9 million in cap room. A $1 million penalty. All right, we'll do that. We released Kamara, and Trevathan is resigned. They'll give us some cap space to resign Clinton Dix, and still don't have enough. Shaq Lawson, though, he might be able to resign. See, we need to cut one more guy. Salaries. Who doesn't have a good contract? Cap space. We'll release them. Because we need to release these players, because if we don't, then we're not going to be able to resign our starters, and these are backups that are making more money than our starters are gonna. Definitely need to change that. So we're gonna release Buster Skrine. It's making too much. Way too much for my money, at least. And we're also gonna release Chase Daniel. No one wants him. Just like that, I think we just made some cap room for Clinton Dix and Shaq Lawson. Should be able to resign these guys now. There's Now Shaq Lawson. Still don't have enough. Jeez. We really aren't in a good cap situation, are we? Can't even sign these guys. Okay, we're gonna need to cut someone else here, which isn't good. Oh, Leonard Floyd's making a lot of money. But he's only making it till 2020, so I think that's okay. Got Eddie Jackson there. Nathan. Taylor Gabriel. Patterson. We'll release him. And I think that should be enough to re-sign Shaq Lawson. At least I think. I guess we can franchise tag him. But that would be expensive. Alright, looks like we're not going to be able to re-sign any of these guys. Try to go for Schofield. I think I'm going to leave the cap room here. We'll just send to free agency. Who's going to be available? We don't have too much cap, so gotta be wise where we're going to be spending this at. I mean, first of all, we need to start off with something that we can afford. We did cut Kamara, so it would make sense to sign Mackenzie Alexander. Just don't have the cap to sign him. I might want to make some trades here. See what we can come up with. We'll trade Kyle Long. And we can trade Leonard Floyd. They'll free up 30 million in cap space. Turn on to the Bengals. They're not in our division. And trade them for Tyler Everett. Can we try this trade? And maybe also put in a little draft compensation. What if we remove the first round pick? Okay. So I think it's Denard that's putting this trade value down. Put Hill in a second round pick. Okay, now they're more interested. We'll downgrade the second to a fourth. Alright. I couldn't get any draft capital, but we did get rid of these cap fixes that were in. That's something that we need to regard our attention to. It's definitely going to be the secondary. Try to fix that hole where Alcamara was holding, because Hill's a solid 3, not a good 2 though. And at least our safeties are locked down long term, and our linebackers also, we need to have some attention there, and our D-line is okay. Does give us a lot of cap flexibility though. That would be a fun narrative. Have both of the Fuller brothers on the same team. Alright, so there goes our money towards our cornerback. So we cannot spend any more money on the secondary, but we can possibly go for a nice move and trying to find Philip Dorsett. I mean, would be quite an expensive acquisition though. Butler, Carlos Hyde, Janoris Jenkins. Sign Jenkins. Much cheaper contract than that, for sure. Hopefully you can sign with us. And I want Kamara back on the team. I don't really need that. We do need some linebackers though. And we do have $6 million left. Possibly go for a decent linebacker move. Why is Shazier still in the game? I think it's signed back Danny Trevathan. And signed Denzel Perryman. To a much cheaper contract. And I'll try to sign Danny Trevathan back onto our team after we just bought him out. So that does bother me, is that we're only acquiring defensive players. But I think that's okay. We'll address our offensive needs in the draft. Probably we're going to trade up. Try to get maybe a linebacker. We do need an offensive lineman. So we're going to advance week. Hope these guys sign with us. Be cool to have both the Fuller brothers together.
Such as the 40-yard dash are now available in scouting.
Alright, so we didn't get one of the Fuller brothers, but that is good, I guess. Because now we can shift our focus into the offensive line. Also sign Mike Hilton, I guess. Instead of Fuller, we can sign Mackenzie Alexander. And then we still have a little money to spend on somebody else. Don't need Philip Dorsett. Don't need these guys. We do need a backup quarterback. Could look into Josh Rosen being that for us. He would need to sign a cheap contract though to be on the team. Try to sign a right guard here. I think I'll go with this Colby set guy. Is there anyone else that we need? My signings. Trevathan. Jenkins is out. And okay, so we don't get to resign Jenkins. But then we can we could get another offensive lineman, or we can get another linebacker, which I think we need more. That would be a good shift in interest. That is if we, yeah, we need a linebacker. Right side linebacker, preferably. If not, we can settle for a middle linebacker. Somebody that we can afford, though, please. What about a left side linebacker? Nick Vigil. Bruce Irvin. Welcome to the team. Sign him to a 1-year deal. We'll sign Bruce Irvin. Actually, maybe we can lower that salary down for him. Because he's definitely going to sign with us. And then we can go to my negotiations and up Josh Rosen's contract. Because we need a backup QB. I can't do that. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright, we'll just do that. And I'm gonna scout some guys, and I'll see you guys in the next day of free agency. Alright, so we signed, so we upped that, we signed Alexander, so we got the corners locked down, and we also got Go Set. Only two that are remaining is Rosen and and Irvin. Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford that. We can, though, now that I think of it. What's left in I got Michael Bennett. So bring these old guys in. They got star potential. I think they should do a good job of getting the younger guys experienced. However, I do think we should lower his contract slightly. I don't know. We want Bruce Irvins to be up. Now I need to go back to sign him. Where is he? Is he a middle lineman? There he is. Yeah, I'll sign him to that. Okay, so we'll sign these two defensive players, and that should make our team better overall. Just need a couple more tweaks needed, minor tweaks, and we should be good. So I'll sim to the draft, and I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so I just made a steal of a deal. Traded for Jason McCourtney and gave up two just backup, possibly 4-string cornerbacks, but they're not going to be that good. Maybe Belichick will make something out of them, but we get Jason McCourtney. We give up essentially what is a 7th round draft pick and 2 guys that we aren't even going to use, and we bring in a guy that's probably going to be, he's definitely going to be actually starting for us, probably in the 2nd or 3rd corner role. So that's pretty good. Alright, so we're at draft week, and this is how the lineups are looking so far. Defense is at 88 overall. I'm looking like a genius so far with retooling that defense up, and this offense also looking pretty average so far. It's decent offense. We still need that backup QB. Hopefully maybe we'll draft somebody around the 4th to 7th round. I'm thinking our wide receivers are pretty good, and defense, we still need that one outside linebacker, but I think we're going to address that in this draft. If not, we can move Trevathan to it. And corners looking pretty good, and yeah, we're going to start the draft then.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Let's see, maybe we'll try to move up here. What kind of draft picks do we have?
The Falcons are now on the clock.
We did. Let me pause the draft. This goes by way too fast. Try to trade up. Maybe we'll try to trade up for a 2nd round draft pick. See, who can we get that's a good linebacker? I wish we could get Isaiah Simmons, but that's not going to happen. Can move up in the 2nd round. All right, I'm gonna try to find a pick for this trade for a 2nd round pick, and I'll meet you guys there. All right, guys. So I just moved up in the draft, getting a 2nd round pick. Of course, this draft class is better than the next draft class, so I know giving up a 1st round pick might be questionable, but I guarantee that it's going to pay off because we're going to get a elite linebacker in hopefully Patrick Queen or or we'll see who's going to be available there. But this is an early second round pick. We give up our second rounder and a first rounder for it. I think it's going to pay off, and we'll sim to our pick then. Hopefully our guys are going to still be
Bears
there.
are now on the clock.
So of course we're not going to trade this pick away. This pick is very important to our success right now. Marlon Davidson is still there. Don't need a running back. Okay. This isn't looking too good right now. Because our guys already just got taken. Definitely not good. We're going to take Navarro Gallimore.
The Jets
up
are
that,
now on the clock.
Defensive line, and oh no, he's normal development trait. That's not going to be good. Oh boy.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Hopefully I can rebound with this pick, but that's a costly mistake that we just made there. That's going to cost us. Go with Marlon Davidson.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Another regular development trait. This draft is not going too well for us. And we just gave up our first.
The Bears are now on the clock.
It's like the worst draft I've ever had. We're going to take Nate Stanley. I know he's got
the Raiders
some
are now
decent
on the clock.
Development trait, and he'll be our backup QB. Take him in the 5th round might be a bit early, especially with
are now on the clock.
Questionable draft selections that we've had lately, but I'm sure that we're going to be able to rebound here. Let's just see. Who can we get?
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock.
I think we have 2 7ths. If not, this is our last 7th. We do need a linebacker. Looks like we're gonna have to go for a blind shot here. Go with Denzel Watts.
The Raiders are now on the clock.
Hidden Denzel Watts, hidden depth trait, 65 overall. We got him true value. Oh boy, that is a steal of a pick for us right there. That was a blind shot in the draft, and we just drafted arguably our best draft choice. Definitely not the roster ready guy that we need, but I'm sure he's going to make up for some of the losses that we had. So O-line, definitely going to have to sign some guys in the O-line, but it's looking pretty good. I think it's looking pretty good. Defense looks solid, especially with Watts on there. And we have Alexander, McCourtney, and Fuller. Well, Jackson and Diggs. And I think we can surprise some teams here. Definitely can. This team has what it takes for sure. Yeah, so I'm going to advance to next season. Unless we can, no. We might want to resign, we might want to sign some offensive line depth and maybe some middle linebackers, but other than that,
start your week by installing your game plan.
We'll see who's available to us. Philip Dorsett is still there. Definitely can't afford him though. Some pretty good wide receivers there. We definitely need to get some cap space available to us because it's really not looking good cap space wise, but manual trade. Let's see here. Left tackle. We want to keep these guys because they're going to be good for us. But on the other side of things, they are quite expensive. Which is interesting. It's interesting how are we going to deal with this. It's quite an uncomfortable position to be in. Just like the Bears in real life, right? Fantastic. Looking over here. Doesn't seem like we have any bad contracts. I'm trying to keep this rebuild as realistic as possible. So we're going to keep everyone for now. Unless we would maybe restructure some deals, maybe. Possibly. I could see the salaries and how much cap penalty would it cost to re-sign some of these guys. Robinson is fine. Yeah, Robinson's contract's fantastic. We're gonna have to re-sign him. Aiken Hicks is also fine. Fuller is fine. I think we're just gonna have to keep the roster as it is for now. And I'll meet you guys at the regular season, and we'll, if we have any cap space, I'll do some small little signings. But other than that, we'll be set for next season, and that'll be the next episode. Alright guys, so we're back, and it's the regular season now. Cap-wise things, it's not looking good. We're still in negative cap space, negative 3.69 million. And it's just not good overall. Hopefully this team will continue to impress, because so far maybe this team might do pretty well. It looks like they do have the potential. I might think about making some other moves here. We'll browse the trade block once and see if anything pops up there. And this is gonna be our roster. One thing here, Bruce Irvin's injured. That's not good. Oh, looks like
this player's development trait is
Denzel
hidden.
Watts is gonna need to step up right away. That may be tough. Yeah. Yep, still 100% on 46 defense. We'll ship to 3-4, base 3-4. Gives us 100% scheme fit. Yeah, now we're set for next season. So thanks for watching. Hope you hit that like button down below. Hope you subscribe, and see you next vid. Bye.